What is up, guys? So we are out here filming. I am about to do an oil change. Somewhere below me are oils. Now there is something I want to talk to you guys about. How do you park your motorcycle? Do you park it on neutral, or do you park it on gears? Hold on. All right. You see this here? Yeah, that one. So this is your brake lever, right? Remember, it has to be extremely tight. Let's watch it. See, it has to be tight with two fingers when you're braking. What happened in the winter time is you get negative weather, like 5 degrees, and we're still in winter, by the way. Today is February 21st, 2026. So you get feels like negative 10, negative 15. And yes, oil does have viscosity, and every single oil is supposed to be made for a certain temperature. Motorcycle wise, the manufacturer that built motorcycles does not intend you to ride them like a car. So soon as sometime, most recommend is after 30 degrees, you shouldn't ride it, right? So now when your motorcycle is parked and you're not paying that $400 storage from a Harley dealership, because this is a Harley motorcycle, so, and you have a garage and your garage is not burning heat all the time unless you parked it inside your house, that's a different story. But you have a garage, or you parked it outside like me, year round, and that means your oil is basically fighting the cold. One of them is your brake lever, right? This trick I learned a long time ago when I used to buy motorcycles. When I get those Chinese motorcycles shipped to me, they would come with the lever all the way pressed down with some type of rubber band, and then once you release it, automatically it's tight. It's always been in my mind for a couple of while now. But then last winter, not too long ago, last week, because this bike was outside not ridden for a while, for at least starting January 3rd, because I use it once a month. Yeah, so last week, when I take out the bike, try to ride it, this thing was very smooth. So smooth that I didn't understand. I'm like, okay. And then here's the thing. I went to a dealership to install an accessory for this bike. It's something that you can hold the hill switch, but when you're neutral, instead of holding the clutch to put it on hill assist. So now they too notices the brake lever is soft, and they are the one that makes me go do something about it. Now when I changed the brake system on this motorcycle a long time ago, could be 6 months now, I changed the whole brake caliper with Brembo radio style and everything. When I bled it for the first time, it was soft, just like an amateur would bleed a motorcycle. And then I had to go back to it to rebleed it again to make it hard, like this. During the winter time, last week, the bike sat outside from January 3rd without ridden till February, I would say 18, 19 or something like that. It was soft, as same as when I first bled it. And then the dealership notices it. So now I have to fix it. It's been in my mind that I have to rebleed it again, and with the air gap and all that. But then I said, it was cold, the bike was outside. Let me try something different. I use this rubber band since the dealership made that comment, and I press it. I leave it like that. I leave it on. From that point on, I don't have to put the bike on gear. So that means that now, you see, because I leave it on, I left it on, this thing is tight. All right, just so you can see. This is neutral. All right, and this is my rubber band trick. Okay, I'm gonna try to attempt to move the bike. It's not moving. So that means I fix this without having to bleed it. So my advice to you guys would be, when you park your bike during the winter time, and this is only good for parking, if your brake lever is soft by any other means beside a winter parking, you may have to change the fluid, because the fluid might be old after 2 years and it's got moisture inside and it changes and everything. There is in fact a tool to use to see the density of the fluid, if it's perfect or if it's worn out a little bit. So anything that happens to you guys with your brake, if you park your motorcycle outside during the winter time and you found out you have a soft brake lever, I would strongly suggest you to put a rubber band in there. Just leave it like that. First squeeze a couple. It's not gonna work right away, but it's gonna get better as the day goes by, right? You put the rubber band, you squeeze it today, and you put the rubber band when you parked it. The next day you use it, you put the rubber band again. The next day you use it, you put the rubber band again. I can guarantee you that after 5 consecutive days, it will be better, all right?